welcome to the third official Mastermind for the University Content Creators. And it looks like the fans just turned on as we started talking, so that's nice. Hopefully you guys can hear us all right. We're here on a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon actually at 1 p.m. And we're here to talk about YouTube tips, YouTube strategies. Today we're actually going to be focusing on collaborations and channel growth. So hopefully you guys can learn something from us today as we just go ahead and discuss these topics. But first, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. So my name is Ryan Quinlan, and I am the founder of the YouTube channel Quinn's Coins, which is just coming up on 7,000 subscribers. How about you guys?
So I'm Michael Haynes. I run a channel called Bassless Fang. It has a lot of gaming related stuff on it, mostly humorous, and I just hit 100 subscribers in the past week, so hitting the mile markers here. So
Yeah, so I'm Adam Palmer. I run the YouTube channel called Shadow Armada, which is also gaming focused. Kind of do just a bunch of random stuff on there. I have some Let's Plays. I have some more so like funny-ish moments kind of stuff.
Montagey stuff.
Yeah.
All right. And if you guys want to check out our channels, you can see them on the UCC channel page. If you go to subscriptions, you'll see everybody who's in the club. And that is actually going to lead us really well into collaborations, because that is one of the ways that you can find people is through our club. You can look at the list of people there and see if there's someone you want to reach out to that's in this area, because it's really cool to have collaborations with people that are local to you. So why don't we just go ahead and get right into collaborations. So first off, have you guys done any really useful collaborations in the past?
I wouldn't say useful.
But you have done them.
Yes, I've done like a couple, not very many, just a couple.
I've done like maybe a couple, but they've basically been with like friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I would call them successful, but not like they didn't bring in like thousands of subscribers for me or anything. It was me with 30 subscribers playing with somebody else with 30 subscribers. You pick up one of their subscribers and you call it good, you know?
Yeah, no,
So.
but that's totally a legitimate way, especially when you're beginning to get there. That's going to start growing you, and I think friends and family is like one of the first places that you want to look for collaboration opportunities. So when you're doing these collabs, what do they look like for your specific channels?
Well, for me, it was, I think I did a Let's Play of Gary's Mod with friends, and then I did like a Let's Play of like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer or something. And for me, it was mostly just a montage of funny moments and stuff that we got into. And yeah, that was basically it, just taking out the funny moments and stuff like that. I think the other people I was collaborating with might have kept in like the whole video or something like that. They were focused like on the gameplay, and I was just focused on like the funny kills and stuff like that.
Okay, so it was back when you had a gameplay.
Yeah, it was back when I was still doing the gameplays. I haven't really done collaborating since then.
So Saeed just walked in. He's one of the other guys on our panel here. Saeed, do you want to go ahead and just real quick introduce who you are, what you do?
Yeah, so my name is Saeed. I have a channel called BD Legend 313. Mostly do Clash Royale videos on my channel.
So that's mobile gaming, in case you're unfamiliar. We were just talking about collaborations, sort of the stuff that we've done in the past. Does it sound good, by the way?
It sounds pretty good.
And we're trying to ask this question: what are collabs good for, and how do we implement them on our specific channels? Michael just told us about some collaborations he's done with gameplay in the past. We were just talking about how we can get that going with family and friends in the beginning. Adam, do you want to share your experience with your collaborations?
Well, I mean, I've done plenty of collabs with friends, like Saeed, for example. I've played several games with him, and just a lot of my friends, but most of them don't have YouTube channels that I've played with, but like Saeed does. I don't know if I gained any from playing with them or not. Can't really remember, because that was, it's been a while since I've done collabs, honestly. Just because, like, as a college student, like, it's harder to do collabs and stuff for gaming channels because like people want to like plan ahead, and as college students sometimes like you can't plan ahead, and also starting YouTubers generally are high schoolers, not college students as much.
Well, they could be.
I mean, yeah, they can be, but
yeah.
it's generally more so high schoolers and stuff, at least in the gaming world for it.
Yeah, and I'd say in the gaming world, is it important to have the person on camera there with you?
No. You don't need the person actually there. Just like playing with them generally is sufficient.
So that's a huge plus because there's tons of gamers. All you need to do is figure out some sort of setup where you can be talking back and forth.
Yeah.
Maybe playing the same game, whatever it is. So the opportunities are definitely there. I guess the question for gamers then would be how do you find these people and how do you make something of these opportunities? So what do you guys think?
I mean, I never really went looking for them. They've kind of found me. Like there was this one small YouTuber. I don't think he posts anymore. Named Arrow. Well, Arrow the Fighter, I think, was the full channel name, and it's like he commented on one of my videos saying he wanted to do collabs with me, and I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And then we end up talking over Discord and setting up times to record and all that fun stuff.
Okay, what's Discord? Is that something that
Discord? I mean, it's kind of similar to Slack, which we use for communicating amongst our group.
Gotcha. Okay, sure. Yeah. So how did that go for you? Was he smaller or bigger channel than you were?
I mean, at the time he was bigger because he's been around 50 subs, and I did collab with him back when I was like 20-something, 30-something, somewhere back then is when I did my collabs with him.
Okay. So I guess what are the advantages of collabs? I mean, some of them should be pretty obvious. You find a person, you get on their channel, they get on yours somehow, probably making a video with each other, and putting them on your respective channels. And then you sort of gain subscribers from that person, and they gain subscribers from you. That's sort of the idea. Have you, first of all, anybody here, have any of you here gone out and actually like said, hey, we should collab to any other people, and had it work for you?
Not had it work. Yeah. I've kind of done that, but I've not had it like actually turn into anything. Okay. Yeah. There's one YouTuber, I think she's smaller than me now, but back when I was actually doing gaming, she would have been about my size. And I said something to her, and she seemed open to the idea, but she's based in the UK. Yeah. So it's one of those things where she's awake when I'm asleep and vice versa. So that makes it really hard to collab with people in other time zones and stuff. There was another guy who he seemed interested in finding people, so I just reached out to him, and I think I'm still part of his like group on Steam where he can just like hit people up and do collabs with them or whatever. But he never, I don't know. I haven't looked into him recently. I think I eventually unsubscribed from him just because he wasn't doing anything. I don't know, but yeah, not that actually turned into anything, unfortunately.
Saeed, Adam?
Well, a lot of times I've actually reached out. In fact, in the last week, one time I actually reached out to this one YouTuber who does a lot of live streams. So similar to my content, but she just kind of live streams, right? And she's a girl in the gaming industry, which just gives, I don't know, that's like one of the advantages, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because she puts herself in her thumbnails and stuff.
Right.
And it really, like, you can kind of go back and see kind of where her channel blew up. And it's actually doing, I want to say every weekday she gains 20 subs. And she has like 500 subs, which is significant because she's just blowing up.
Yeah, right? That's huge. That's like the rate that that's better than what I'm doing.
Yeah, so actually, I have her on the, like, you know how we have all of our channels and our subscriber thing, and she's always like gaining all these subs. And it's due to these live streams, you know. Very professional. So I think, like, you know, later if you wanted to look at like live stream setups or whatever, definitely one of the ones. But anyways, she basically, she lives in Switzerland, and I can tell her English isn't that good because, like, you know, when she messaged me back, And she messaged me back, and I waited like a day or two. I couldn't really get back to her at the time, right? I had an exam or something. And then I messaged her, and I guess she just didn't respond. Maybe, I'm going to try following up, right? It's been like a week now. But yeah, this is definitely one of the problems, like just time zones and stuff, because a lot of gamers, especially if you're playing a huge game, right? They're from all over the place, right? So it's really hard to connect with those people. And on that note, I kind of wanted to mention that there's different types of collabs you can do.
Yeah, I wanted to get into that as well.
Yeah, so
go that way.
Like you were saying, like gamers don't necessarily need to be next to each other, right? But like, for example, even when I watch some big gamers on YouTube, right? If they've developed like a personality, like a whole like a character to their channel, you know what I'm saying? Like it relates to the person itself or themselves, right? When they're with someone else, it's like a huge thing, right? Like that video is like really big on both of their channels and everything, right? So that's definitely like one of the bigger like collaboration things you could do, because you'd have to be in the same place.
Yeah, but we're sort of talking about people who haven't really established that
right.
personality yet. That's sort of where the majority of people are looking. Someone says we sound quiet. You want to check the sound levels.
My guess is
might be something wrong there.
What's the mic input level at on there?
We looking at audio input levels? Is this in settings?
No,
Sorry, guys,
straight up.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the way up.
No, your normal desktop one.
Oh.
You not right click on the speaker.
Technology.
Recording.
Yeah.
Go to the AT 2020.
Yep.
Go to levels.
Yeah,
that's why. That fixed it.
You guys hear us better, hopefully. Hopefully that wasn't a problem before.
Not blowing it out now.
Hopefully. Yeah. No, I think we had 100 before, but I think we should be good. Just let us know in the chat if you're watching, if you can hear us. Sorry about that, guys. So we're talking about collabs, different types of collabs. And you were saying that gamers have it a little bit different. We're sort of looking at just people who aren't really known, and I guess my question would be, how do you even collab? If you don't know the person at all, then what is the video going to be like? For two gamers who just don't really know each other, they play the same game, but they decide to collab. What's that video look like?
Right. So, I've done a lot of small, I guess you could call them small collaborations in the past. Where, when I was really small, like I want to say like 20 subs, maybe like 20 like family subs, like nobody else, right? 25 subs around there. What I did was I looked up other videos. Like of really small YouTubers, right? And there was one thing I could do, like one resource I could provide, which was like the outro templates, right? So people usually didn't have outro. This was before end cards and everything, right?
Yeah.
So people didn't have these outros, right? They didn't know really how to do them, right? So it's like the ones that like have the videos and you would put annotations around them, but the videos would be playing, right?
Yeah.
So people didn't really know how to, especially if you're new, that's a lot of like graphics work or whatever. But I figured out how to do that, right? So what I did was I messaged all of these people. I'm like, hey, look, your channel is great and everything, right? And I hope you're doing well. I can make you one of these templates, if you shouted me out in one of your videos, right?
Yeah.
And eventually, what I had, that guy Toy Bonnie Gaming or whatever, he's on my channel all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know who you're
That's
talking
exactly
about.
how I met him. And he's literally been watching like majority of my videos ever since, so maybe you don't get people from helping that person out from that person's channel, because you're both still small, right?
Yeah.
But that guy might still watch your videos because you did him a good, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's super important for like establishing that foundational community of people. I mean, if you can get loyal subs like that, like it's well worth your time in the beginning to start doing stuff like that and helping people out.
Right.
So that's that's great. That's another way of collabing. So, just helping people out, being a good person in the community, because that's sort of what we're all doing here. We're all creating communities or becoming parts of different communities, and doing stuff like that is going to help you out a lot. But sort of like to let's get back to actually doing videos. So you guys have done videos with people, just playing games with people, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can totally see that. But what about if you want to do something with another like bigger YouTuber? You know, not just your friend, but someone who you don't know. How does that video go?
I mean, it can be hard sometimes because, like, for when I went with Arrow, because I didn't know Arrow beforehand.
Right.
He just kind of showed up and said he wanted to do collabs and stuff. So what we did was we talked for a while through Discord. So we get to know each other a bit, and then we play the game. So, like, we have some knowledge of the other person, so it's not like complete strangers.
Yeah. Okay.
But we're not necessarily as close as like friends are. So there's sometimes a bit of awkwardness, but like with the style of videos I was doing at the time, like you basically cut out the awkwardness.
Mm-hmm.
Unless like the awkwardness is funny, then you leave it
in. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I was thinking like for live streams for some reason, but I remembered you can totally collab on videos as well. Yeah. No, that's good.
I mean, yeah, live streams is an interesting thing because actually the person I was talking to from Switzerland, that's what she was saying. I was like, hey, maybe we can make a video together.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, I don't make videos. I just live stream.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, maybe you can put me in one of your videos and you can like Skype call into one of my live streams.
Yeah,
so I guess that's one
okay.
thing you can do, right? And she seemed like she knew the technical stuff to make it work, So that's one thing you could definitely do. Like you can just talk to somebody, especially if you're talking about like strategies or something, for a game or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You could be like, hey, what do you think? And the other guy could give his perspective or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's kind of like a conversation, but you're still playing a game.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was going to suggest. I've recently gotten into collabs. Been thinking about this for months, trying to figure out how to collab in the coin community because it's like it's weird because all of us are spread out so far across the states. I actually did a video with one guy who was a bank teller, and that was a really awesome series of videos. But those opportunities are few and far between. So I was trying to figure out a way to collaborate with people over like video call, and that's exactly what I came up with. Was like when I'm doing my live streams, just have people call in either using Zoom or Skype, whatever video calling service you want to use, and then sort of just like interview them or just have a conversation with them, just hang out. Of course, that's the sort of thing where like I know the person and at least a little bit, and I know what they do. If I didn't know the person, it might be more like an interview rather than a conversation, which might even be more interesting if we have like beef or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think that's a great idea to do that over a live stream. Does that fit into your guys' specific channels? I know you live stream a lot, and I think you said you were looking to get into it a little more. You much of a streamer at all?
Not really. I have thought about it as almost sort of like side content.
Yeah.
Not like the meat of my channel, but just like for people who like to hang around, they can watch the streams or something like that.
I think streaming is like really good for building the community because you can talk directly to the people.
It does really build the community.
Yeah.
I can confirm that because like some of my people like they will literally sometimes comment on my videos asking when the next live stream is gonna be, or like please don't live stream on this day because I won't be able to make it. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that they do.
And it's cool because like you can actually listen to those comments in the beginning at least because you.
Mm-hmm.
That's your audience. It's like they sort of call the shots.
Yeah.
But once it gets larger, you start taking polls, and then after that, you look at charts and stuff. But in the beginning, it's like this is your community. These are your people. Like you talk directly to them. That's the cool part about it.
Yep.
So streaming. You said you were looking to get into more streaming. What would that look like for you?
Well, I was thinking, kind of like Bill said, like it's just kind of like a side thing. So I obviously. Still trying to get myself into a schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
So kind of today was my day. I kind of put aside. I like kind of busted through most of my homework, but today I was like gonna make videos for the week basically. So I'm good for the week. But what I was gonna do was I was gonna pick out like a less workload day this week, right? Set up everything and try to stream on that day. And that's kind of what it was gonna be. It was gonna be like a what what am I trying to say? Like a smaller type of thing, you know, it just kind of happens once in a while. But the reason I do want to live stream is because, for example, like that one user from Switzerland do 20 subs a day, you know, at that size is ridiculous. But granted, her stuff is like very professional, you know. It looks like the you know, the big streamers, like how they have everything set up. She has got a whole countdown like 20 minutes before the stream, and everything, right?
And that stuff's not like super hard.
It's
to do.
not. It's not. It's like a one-time thing you do.
It's
right?
crazy, yeah, because people will respect that. They'll see that and they'll be like, "This guy's professional," or
Right.
"This girl's professional," whatever it is. And it's not hard to do. And I feel like this is some stuff that we should definitely look into for this stream, like, because, you know, to make it look a little more professional. I just haven't put the time aside yet. Something to think about for after this stream when we're doing the office hours. But no, that's good. What were we talking about? Talking about collabs.
Yeah.
Right.
In live streams. Collabs with live streams.
Collabs and live streams, yeah. That's
So it's weird because we don't have a ton of variety here. You guys are all gamers and I'm a coin channel. So it's difficult to talk about like examples of different collabs. But let's talk about collaborations like in person, just in case the opportunity comes up, because I can tell you I did do a three video series with this bank teller friend who I just happened to meet through my YouTube channel, and he came up from Ohio. We did 3 videos, and I'd say the average views that I get on a video on my channel is anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000. The average for these particular videos was 15,000 for this reason. So this was a very beneficial collab for both of us. Well, he doesn't have a channel, but I mean, I thought he had fun, so hopefully he had fun. So in-person collabs can be great. What are some examples that you've seen of these? Like you were talking about the gamers that get in person. What do they do?
Well, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Well, one of the things is sometimes they'll just get together. But another thing is if they're playing online games like zombies, the zombies YouTubers, there's like 4 or 5 big ones, like huge ones, right? They'll get together and they'll make a video. That thing's gonna go.
It doesn't matter what they do, right?
It really doesn't, right? And
just the fact that they're together.
Yeah, exactly. And they play, and they basically have each other. I think I saw a video one time where all 4 of them were playing, and they were mic'd up. Basically, what we would do on a weekend or something, right? But because they're so huge, right? That's like I don't know, like 2 million subscribers each channel.
Yeah.
Just watch, you know, that video is going to be huge. So they've done things like that, and that's really easy for them to do, right? But sometimes, you know, people will even just, you know, get together sometimes, right? I feel like the thing is, it doesn't matter really what type of channel it is. Like your viewers, like the subscribers, that'll be kind of like, you know how you were talking about content for like the loyal subscriber, right?
Yeah, community content.
Yeah, exactly. So something like that, right? Something that like, you know, you could just kind of like vlog a day, basically, right?
Yeah.
With someone and just, you know, upload that to your channel, right? I don't think that any viewers would be like complaining. I mean, if they don't want to watch it, they don't have to watch it, right?
Yeah.
But the loyal ones would appreciate that. Like that's that's kind of a cool thing. Plus, they get to know the person of the other channel better, right? So they can see whether or not they're gonna.
Right, and those are the ones that I'd say you're going to be able to convert to actually get people to subscribe to the person that you're collabing with, and vice versa, is those community people, because they're like, well, if that's a friend of so and so, then he's a friend of mine. I'll subscribe, sort of thing like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a good way to go about it. So, how far are we into this right now? About 20 minutes, 24 minutes.
24 minutes.
Okay. So yeah, we got a good amount of time. Anything else you guys want to say on collaborations?
I guess one thing is like you don't have to do collaborations about your own like genre of content. So like there's several like big YouTube gamers who will do like skits with other people. There'll be a guy who writes skits and then a gamer, and they'll get together and they'll have fun making a skit or something like that. So those are like also perfectly valid collabs, you know.
Okay, so you're saying you don't have to collab with people within your particular...
Yeah, like if you want to build within your own community, like that could be good, but just having fun with another YouTuber is also a valid way to do a collab, you know, so...
Yeah, another thing I just thought of is you see gamers sometimes, people who do animation will go to the gamer and they'll like animate parts of the games. that's a huge. I mean, it's like it's doing something huge for them, but they'll always put it on their channel.
Yeah,
you know, if it's good.
Yes,
and that'll get you tons of subscribers if you're into that sort of thing. I mean, it really depends. There's lots of specifics. Depending on what you do, just be creative and find ways to collaborate with people and grow your channel in that way.
I think there is one thing. No matter what channel type you are, you could always collaborate on, right? And I've done a video on this, and it's just like general YouTube advice, right?
Sure.
For any of your like viewers who are like YouTubers, right? You make a video or something. Those videos, the thing is, people search those videos all the time, right? New YouTube channels, how to get more subscribers, right?
Mm-hmm.
How to get more watch time, how to get more of this, right? SEO, all those things, right? You make one video, right? It doesn't have to be with anyone in your genre or outside your genre, right? You're all YouTubers, right? So you understand, right, what's going on. You have your own inputs, your own experiences. You put that into one video and then you just give it out, right? I mean, that's a video you could make regardless of whatever type of channel you are, and it's like common ground for everybody, so that's easy to work on,
So you just make a video about your experience with like stuff that you think would be helpful, tips on YouTube channels.
Yes.
Basically like the sort of thing we're doing right now.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, no, I think that's good advice. I mean, it would help if you like sort of specialize it a little bit to your particular niche.
Yeah.
Niche, I don't know what to say. And then so I guess that's a good question. I mean, we're all here. We all do the YouTube advice thing. Have you guys talked about this channel on your personal channels at all? Because I've been in live stream chats and talked about it sometimes, but other than that, not too much. But it might be an opportunity, like you said, like for us to be able to talk about that sort of stuff. And it's good that we're getting these skills, because now we can reach out to other channels, and I've done this before in the coin community, and say like, hey, your intros are kind of crap. Here's how you can fix them, and stuff like that. And that's another good way to make friends in your community. If you know a lot about YouTube, people are gonna like you. So, yeah, good point. Anything else on collaborations? All right, let's go ahead and move on to our second topic for today, which is channel growth. So first, we're going to start by talking about just some strategies, general strategies for channel growth. I think all of us have struggled with this at some point. Sometimes you'll see you'll see a little bit of initial growth and then a plateau, and that's really, and it's really distressing if it starts actually going down. Adam, you were telling me that your subs were really fluctuating a lot this week.
Yeah, this past couple weeks, it's like I was at 75, then it went up to 78, dropped down to 76, and then this week it went up to 79 and has dropped back down to 77, and it's like, what in the world is going on here?
Right, yeah. So, I mean, it's the important thing is that you are going to lose subs, but the important thing is that you're net positive at the end of the day.
That's the important thing.
So I wish I could show you guys the analytics. I mean, I might at some point. I don't have it set up that way right now, but I do want to show you guys some graphs at some point, just of channel growth. But you will see periods where things are really good, and you might not know why that is. It's like there's so many factors that go into it.
Yeah.
You can come up with explanations, but they might not be the best. First of all, let me ask you all, what were some of the times that you saw some extreme channel growth, and why do you think it happened that way? So I'll ask Adam first.
So, time I seen extreme channel growth this past summer, I shot up so fast. Like, okay. For how my channel had been doing, it's like when I saw that growth, it's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's exciting at first, and
then it slowed down, and it's like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, I think Adam had, what was it, like 25 or 30 subscribers?
25, 30 at the start of the summer. End of the summer, well, nearly 70, I think.
There was one live stream I watched, I remember. His first one with Skyrim, right?
Yep.
And Adam gained 6 subscribers that live stream.
Yes.
It was huge, right? And then plus, like, the chat was blowing up. Like, they were just talking in the chat and everything. And then after that, it was just like, it was only uphill from that.
Yeah, the reason I think it went so uphill that summer, one, like, I was doing live streams a lot, I was posting a lot, just because like I had the time. And then another thing that probably helped is like the people who would watch my content don't have classes. There's no schools, no classes in session at the time, so it's like they have free time, so they're gonna go onto YouTube and see the videos. So I think those things are what made me kind of skyrocket during the summer, and is why it's nowhere near as fast anymore.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a big part behind it. But so when did you start seeing a slowdown?
I mean, slowdown was nearing when school starts. I think late August was when the slowdown kind of really started, both like in views and in subscribers.
Were you doing anything different with your channel at the time, or were you trying to just keep doing the things that were working?
I was just kind of trying to keep doing the things that were working at the time.
But it wasn't sustaining it.
It wasn't sustaining it. Like my Skyrim streams, like you can see them just like the views on them just start going down after a point for the most part. Like some of them still like shoot up, but in general.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Michael, do you want to give us an experience with some extreme channel growth?
Yeah, so I think it was last May or whatever, I still had like 33 subscribers maybe, and I had basically had about 30 subscribers for the whole year. It was basically that whole past, like from 2016, 2017 or whatever, that I plateaued at around 30. And then I did, just for fun, I did the first Life is Strange Vine compilation or whatever. And I was still doing my regular videos. I was still doing Flash games on Monday, a horror game on Wednesday, and a funny game on Friday or whatever. And just on Saturday, I put up the compilation. I had time, school had ended, so I made the compilation, uploaded it, and people really liked it. And it's still like the biggest video on my channel right now. And, you know, that picked up some subscribers, people who were like, oh, maybe he'll do more or whatever. And then like a few months later, I did the second one. I think people were like, he's got 2. This might be a regular thing, so I'm going to subscribe and keep an eye on it. And that was basically what it is. And it was around that second one that was when I was like, I just got to change the structure of my channel. Because the gameplays that I am doing just aren't really bringing in the views or the subscribers. And the compilations were, and they still are. So, you know, like I said, I hit 100 subscribers the past week. So, like, you know, I get maybe 20 subscribers per video if I'm lucky, you know. So, yeah, that was when I really hit the growth. I would like to think I'm still in that period of rapid growth, and hopefully it won't plateau, but we'll see.
So is it steady right now?
Yeah, it's been pretty steady. I think both in views and in subscribers, because I think I checked that last week. I was like, I don't know. I feel like some of the recent stuff isn't doing as well. But on like, if you do everything just by like a 7-day time slot, I'm getting the same number of views per week and the same number of subscribers per week. So right now it's pretty steady, and I'm hoping to branch out a little bit to sort of maintain that growth without people getting bored. So
I think it's easy to think that like your recent videos aren't doing as well, but it's because the old ones, you see them, they have a lot more views than the recent ones. It's because of time.
Right.
They just had more time to accumulate those views. So yeah, we'll come back to that one as well. Saeed, did you have a experience like this with the extreme growth?
Yeah, I had like 2 or 3 in like surges, but they would like, it would be really extreme. Like it would just be like 100 subscribers in a month, and then you know, you plateau again. And it's usually those the 2 large videos that I have on my channel, when they grow back. Like I think in August, one of them just caught on again, right? So in August it got like 10,000 views, and then like all these other subscribers came, right? But now it's just plateauing again, right? I mean, the growth is okay now. I want to say like 3-4 weeks ago was really just, you know, like I think like in a week I hadn't gained any subscribers, right? Watch time was still okay though.
Yeah.
But definitely one of the things I would say is I'm kind of going in and out of these phases, right? But really what I'm trying to get to is to the point where like you can really attack, you know, make a lot of videos, right? When people are subscribing. Right? Because say for example, like a channel like mine, right? Like Adam may not have this problem, but I had this problem where like my uploading isn't very consistent, right? That's the biggest issue, right, with my channel. So for people who've been subscribed for a year, they see that, they're like, oh man, this guy doesn't, you know, right? But the new subscribers, they don't see that. right? So if you're getting a lot of subscribers at once, you want to kind of make as many videos as you can, right? Try to get yourself into a schedule. So because those people don't know that you've been inactive for this much time, right?
Yeah, I mean, they can check, but they usually don't.
Right, exactly. And they won't care if you're making more videos, right?
Right, yeah.
So that's definitely one of the things, just attacking, when the subscribers start going up. That's what I got to work on. But yeah, periods of growth here and there, and then it just dies.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talk around the subject of when you have this huge growth, what do you do? Because it's like, oh my God, I can't mess this up. It's like, I have this huge opportunity, and you have to be prepared for it. I think Michael, you handled yours well, with just consistently giving people what they want, and you said you got into a steady period, so that's great. Yeah, no, that's great. With Adam, I think it's a little bit different though. Well, I think you handled it just about as well as you could have. There must be something else at play.
Yeah, there's. I think it's because for gamers, a lot of people who you get into gaming in middle school, high school, and around late August, classes start back up for some of them, at the earliest. Sometimes it's into September, so it's when classes start back up, you lose this big, huge chunk of your day.
Yeah.
And then, you can watch, you have this limited rest of the day that you can plug in, that you have to plug in homework, gaming if you're into that, watching YouTube videos, and whatever other activities you do. Okay. Which makes it so that way, some of them might not be able to necessarily watch your content anymore. Yeah. Because they just have too much going on.
Right. So it sounds like summer's a good place, an incubating period for new people, because that's when people are actually going to maybe give you a chance in the gaming industry anyway. I know it's really difficult to break into that. But the gaming industry survives throughout the year. It's not just summer.
It survives. It just doesn't thrive.
Yeah. Okay.
During updates as well.
During updates.
Yeah, if you have a game which updates, every few, for Thanksgiving they'll have a short update, and for Christmas they'll have a huge update, right? And you have that 2 week break. That's the time to definitely go after it,
So you're kind of structuring. I think this is great. To structure times where it's I'm going to be working my ass off for this period of time, and then. But I know that it's a finite period of time, and it'll end. So I just got to get through this, and make a ton of videos during this time. Even if you just do the sort of thing where you group videos, you just make a bunch of videos and then edit them throughout the periods. I think that's a good way to go about it. So that actually has to work into your schedule. When you see opportunities like that, you have to really jump on them. So I guess I should probably talk about some extreme growth that I've seen. Before I made hardly any coin videos, I didn't have a whole lot of subscribers, didn't have much going on my channel, and then I made one that just blew up. It's up to 260,000 views right now, I think. But it was just insane to see this video go up like that, and I didn't know what to do. Eventually, I was okay. This is going to be a coin channel now. It's not just this isn't, this is serious. It's a coin channel. That's what I'm going to do. That's what it is. And for a long time, it was like a one-hit wonder. So I felt kind of, it didn't feel like I was much of a creator. It was just this one video that had 70%. You've been there as well. Yeah, you have some videos like that. So the important thing to do when you have something like that, which we've all had, yours is the Skyrim, you have the Life is Strange compilations, Clash of Clans, and Nichols. I don't know. I think this happens to everybody at some point, and this is where people actually decide if they're going to continue to do YouTube or not. Is that really what I want to do? Once you make that decision, though, you got to stick with it, and you got to keep making videos like that. Structure your future videos. If you want to try to make a video that's super marketable, that you want to grow your channel like crazy, try to make it actually very similar to that video that went that did well. Use the same tags, use the same, elements in the titles and the thumbnails and stuff like that. And I think that will help you sustain that channel growth and hopefully make your graph go more like that or that and not, a plateau. We don't want a plateau.
Yeah.
So.
And we definitely don't want to decrease.
Right, yeah. So I guess, we touched on strategies for growth. And then what about, here's another thing. A lot of people get in a groove and they're making a certain type of video and, it's comfortable, they know how to do it, they know how to do it efficiently, they just keep churning videos out. That's where I'm at right now. And it gets kind of laborious, it gets like, people get kind of tired of it, it's the same old thing. So I think it's super important to keep changing things up all the time, like always have that variation. So I guess my question to you guys is like, have you gotten to that point where you feel like you're just doing the same thing over and over again and not seeing results? That's kind of where I'm at right now. Or not like not results, but just like not really going anywhere new.
I mean, for me, not really, because like I'm literally deliberately making my content varied. Like I have my Let's Plays, and then I have my like funny-ish moments, compilation style videos, and I'm deliberately like trying to keep some of those in stock, so like I can literally have one video be the Let's Play, have the next video be this compilation thing, just so like it doesn't get as stagnant. But like even with that, it's like starting to, so like I have a video that I've been working on, haven't completely finished setting it up yet, where it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh box opening that I'm going to be posting, just to like have something random in there, just to like mix things up a bit, I guess.
Right. And sometimes when you experiment like that, that's when you find what becomes like the main thing in your channel. Like that's exactly kind of where you were going.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I definitely had, like, especially when I was doing the Let's Plays, it was always the same thing, very laborious. Like an hour to record, 2 hours to edit, and all that stuff, and just no results. So definitely that needed to change. And I haven't really hit the point with the compilations yet where people are like getting sick of it or whatever. But it could happen, so I'm always trying to think of something else to be doing to sort of combat that. And I have ideas. Part of it's just actually getting around to doing it. But yeah, it was. I know when I was doing, what was it, Modern Warfare 2 pistols only or whatever, trying to play through the campaign with only pistols, that took forever because you get to levels that are really hard to do with just a pistol. So I'll record for 2 hours, edit it for even longer, and cut it down to like a 20-minute video of only the interesting stuff, and then nobody will watch it. Yeah. So that's definitely when it's the worst, is just when you do all the work and nobody watches it. But you can still have people watch it and still be like, it's getting old kind of thing. So, and yeah, I'm afraid of hitting that with my compilations, so I got to work on other stuff. And I have ideas, so.
I think that fear drives people to change, though, all the time, which is cool.
So I'm actually really glad that you brought it up. So I got the marker here.
Okay.
But
we'll do a little illustration for us.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's do it.
So
we should utilize this whiteboard.
Yeah, it's really here.
I think they can see it.
Yeah, they can see it.
All right, cool.
Because I can see it right now.
The way I think of it, right? So these are your subscribers, right? This is a really bad person. So these are the people you currently have, right? So we've all had that thing that kind of like blows up, right? Mm-hmm. And these are the people that are already your subscribers, right? So you may, say like that video type is X, right? That's a bad X too.
Okay.
So X, right? So X videos, right? You make those X videos all the time, right? But the issue is, right, eventually the people who see these X videos, who see the thumbnails, who see that content, who like the content, right, you're going to reach all of those people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then there won't be any growth because there's nobody else that would, want to see that type of thing. Yeah. So at that point, you have to change. But here's where it gets interesting, because you, like, say you make another video, why, right? Okay, whatever, you gain more subs, right? A lot more subscribers, right, than you did before. But the thing is, if these people don't like these videos, right, then you won't get watch time either, right?
Yeah.
So really, you kind of have to balance out the biggest things on your channel, right? There'll be a lot of small videos. I've tried like different things before. No, but that happens all the time, and it's okay. Those videos fade away. You know, 2 months later, you make them unlisted, right? Nobody cares, right?
Sure.
But it's really that thing. So obviously you have to change because you have to get more subscribers, right? Like Skyrim.
Yeah.
Skyrim's an older game.
It's dying right now.
And you know, there's not that many people into it, right? He maybe have reached like all the people that he could, right? That's why, you know, and you try things all the time, so it's fine. That's why you try something new. But then, you know, once in a while you make another Skyrim video or something, right? So you keep those subscribers. All right, you know, at least I have a reason to be here, right?
Yeah.
Or a reason to watch these videos, and that's kind of the way I started thinking about it. So yeah, like for me personally, I'm right here. You know, making these X videos, they're okay. They get some views, you know, but they're not like going really big anymore. You know, some of them are, right? And I'll keep making these videos again because they're easier, right, to make relative to some new ones. But I will try some other things, right? And then another, I guess you could tie all of these things together, right? And like you see what? I mean, you could kind of like tie all of these things together if you live stream, if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Because then you could really interact with all of the people, right? No matter what group or what reason that they're there for. So it's a process, you know. But that's the way I'm thinking. Like it should work, right? So yeah.
So it all comes back to live streaming. I like that.
Well, arguably you could say like if you focus on your personality, like for my channel, it's like it's more so not 100% on the gameplay or compilation. It's the person who's playing.
Yeah.
So like by like having that personality, like that's essentially my Z, if you would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just the community aspect, I guess, you know.
I think that's the heart of every gaming channel is the personality. That's why people are there. Like they're generally not there to see you play really well.
Yeah.
Let me ask, how many of you play really well?
Depends on what game you're talking about here. Like I've done Rainbow Six. I'm terrible at that. People do enjoy watching me play it though.
And then how many gamers do you watch that like you watch it because they're good? I'm guessing like the phase guys, they're pretty good at what they do.
Oh,
right?
that's
They're good. I don't.
But
watch
they have
them,
character
though.
too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
Like they have like I guess like with like on the concept of phase, they have a lingo. You know what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous when you watch them. When I started watching phase, right, for a little bit, I was in the Black Ops phase. You know, I was watching a lot of phase, and the reason I started watching them is because these guys had like a whole like thing to their name. You know what I'm saying? Like it meant something.
It was
right?
a brand.
Yeah, exactly, right? So it meant like, okay, you were an elite sniper that couldn't miss it. Like they'd miss 2 shots and, you know, they're cursing all over the place. Like, you know, but that character, it actually is the character, you know what I'm saying? It's not really that they're so good, but they built a character around being good, you know? And I guess it did start with being good, right? That's like one of the things. Orange Juice Gaming, right? The guy who made Clash Royale. The guy was good, let's be honest, right? He was right now he's one of the best in the world, right? And really that's what it is. But I guess like he kind of used that to propel, you know, to kind of build the character around it, right?
Doesn't he do like tip style videos?
Yeah.
That's why, like, if you're doing like tips and stuff like that, you have to be good at the game for people to consider doing it. But like if you're not doing a tips and tricks style video, like you don't have to be good.
Yeah. Guy teaches me every day.
I like your conversational videos. Like, I mean, it's sort of like a live stream, but packed up into this neatly edited bundle, which is what I like about like when you're playing a game and you're doing like a Q&A or something. Those are fun to watch. Like I watched through the whole thing, no problem.
Oh yeah. You know those are fun to watch. The only problem with those is you really have to have I guess like in any of your guys' channels, it wouldn't be a problem. In my channel, it is because I'm not as consistent, right?
Yeah.
But if you're consistent, and I plan to be for this next, I think I'm gonna do one for 750, right? When I get to hopefully I get to 750. So, but my plan is to like start making a lot of videos so people, you know, you have. I think the best indication that your community is doing well is like those few guys that comment on every video. Like you know they're watching every video, right? Oh, like first or whatever, right? Like that's when like I think that's when my channel was peaking, right? When I had like 6 or 7 people commenting on every video, right? then you know, like, those guys are watching through every video. Because what that does is when you upload that Q&A video or something, right, you know you're going to get questions.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. I mean, because people are watching it. When I uploaded, like, the 500 subs one, I wasn't really sure. And I didn't get too many, you know? So that's just one of those things. But definitely, yeah, those videos are cool. You know, I like those too. That's why I do them, right? So. Yeah.
I mean, you don't even have to have people actually ask you questions. Like, I've seen some of your original or your first Q&A videos, and it's like he's asking all the questions.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter, I don't think. It's just like the fact that you're interacting, like you're answering questions, and they're getting to know you.
Yeah.
People, that's what I like. They want to know your personality as a gamer. That's what they're there for. And I think, I mean, personality is huge on any channel, but gamers, it's like very personality driven. So
yeah.
Come up with questions yourself, like make up people, and then like you know.
Yeah.
I think it's just a good video to be making, especially in the beginning, to try to gain that community.
Yeah, I think it's definitely something I'm gonna try to do too, instead of robotic strategy.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
try to.
And I love the ad lib stuff, and I think a lot of people like unscripted, because do you do scripts for your videos?
Yeah.
I mean, some stuff sounds more scripted than others, like when you're talking about decks.
Yeah, that's definitely.
But people love the unscripted stuff, so something to think about.
Yeah.
So we have about 9 more minutes left. Anybody who's still watching, go ahead and drop your questions in the comments. We'll go ahead and answer them for you if you're here and you're looking for any advice on YouTube. One thing I wanted to do with these last few minutes is try to set some goals for ourselves, and then come back next week and ask each other and sort of press each other to see if we've achieved those goals. So I guess I'll start. I'll say one of my goals for the week, something that I really want to get done is create a new channel banner, and try to use GIMP for that, to try to do as well as I can. Hopefully we're going to give that a shot after this.
Yeah.
So that's something that if I don't have done by next week, you guys can give me hell for that. So anyone else want to, kind of putting you on the spot, but any goals for this week?
I think I have sort of a short-term goal and one that more applies long-term. I think the short-term one is get a video up for this Saturday. Okay. Because it's been 2 weeks since my last one, and I'm trying to at least do every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But between the fact that I have a lot of projects due this week and not any new footage of the new Life is Strange episode yet, and that takes forever to get, something different than just my normal compilation.
Okay.
Maybe still Life is Strange related, but maybe like a 1 or 2 minute video that's funny and related, but not a compilation. So I think that's the short-term goal for like this week, is to do something like that. A long-term goal will be probably to set up sort of a dummy live stream just for myself to make sure I have a setup that can do live streaming. Because I have OBS. Mm-hmm. I think I have it set up the way that'll work, but I've never actually tested it or played around with it. I've never played around with the different preset screens. Like, do I want to pull the webcam up to be the full screen and have the game smaller, or vice versa, and set up those presets? So that'd be probably a more long-term related thing to try and do this week, is a private live stream for myself to practice that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice to get OBS down. I mean, I'm still learning tons about it. Use it all the time.
Yeah.
So, no, it's a great tool though. So that's awesome.
Definitely.
If you don't have a goal, I can give you a UCC goal.
I'm trying to think like.
Oh, I'm glad to give you a UCC goal.
There's things I need to get done, but it's like, what can I achieve in 1 week? Is the really hard question, because it's like.
I think a lot of like, if you're trying to do a goal for 1 week, there's a lot of things you can chip away at that have to do with your brand, mostly with graphics. Design.
Yeah, I know one thing that I need to do is update my channel banner, because it's like the games I have on there, like I don't have them on my channel as much anymore, so I need to update that so it has like more relevant, or just not show games in it and just do something. I need to do something with that channel banner, because right now it doesn't accurately portray my channel anymore. So I need to work on that, but it's like, will I have time to do that on top of the video editing that I have to get done? Because, like, I only have 2 videos in reserve right now.
Yeah.
And they're both going to be used this week. So it's like, I need to also do recordings. I have my live stream that I have to do. I want to also make thumbnails for some of the live streams that I'm starting to do more frequently. Because right now I just have literally just a black background with text for some of my live streams.
Yeah, that's the same thing. And I guess that would be another one of my goals, that I really want to make my live stream setup look better with some graphic stuff. So it all comes to graphics with me at this point. That's where I'm trying to...
Yeah, most of my stuff that I need to do is graphics. But it's like, will I have time to do these? Can I think of what I want to do for these and stuff like that? That's why it's hard for me to think of a specific goal to have done, like, at the end of this week.
All right, well, we'll come back to you and I'll let you know if I got something for you. But what do you got?
For me, I think I'll upload 2 videos this week.
2 videos this week?
Yeah.
2 videos. That's an ambitious goal.
No, because, well, you know, the schedule emptied out. I'll be honest with you, like, I've had, this is rough, right? I've had moments or time, you know what I'm saying? Like, time I could have made a video and I was just like, you know, like, I'm just gonna play zombies or whatever. But like, I'm kind of changing my mindset toward making videos now. You know, I'm kind of looking at, like you said, like a work type of thing. Like, you gotta do this, you know? So I'm putting it in my planner and stuff, you know, like, I've got to get it done. So 2 videos. Another thing I wanted to do was, so like you said, the live stream. So if I am gonna practice, you know, or try live streaming, right? Making that, you know, whole overlay and everything for the live streaming, and trying to figure that out. And then the how to run music in the background at the same time. There's a process to that too. So
let's figure that out right after this, because that's something I want to look at too.
Yeah, definitely. And then another one was work on thumbnail design. So there's actually, I kind of wanted to like step up my thumbnail game, you know, because what I noticed was I had this one video. It's actually not that good compared to like some of my best videos, right? Some of the ones that are getting some of the ones that are getting a lot of views, right? Yeah. But the thumbnail is like, that's the most work I put into any thumbnail, right? The thing still gets views, right? Wow. So definitely, you know, that's one of the things. And I think for gaming videos, that's one of the things too. Like, if the thumbnail is good enough, people can go at least click on it, right, and watch for a little bit. So that, and then the last one was making a short channel trailer and making it unlisted. Like, this is kind of like a cool thing. So then you could see how many people actually went to your channel, like new subscribers, right?
Yeah.
So making a short channel trailer, but I was gonna make it like really like improv, like just me in front of like a white background, right? Just kind of just talking, right?
Yeah. So it could be very simple.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Just to have something else. So would that be one of your 2 for the week?
No.
Or no, that's just another thing.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of work this week, but.
Yeah. We'll have to, after this, we'll have to actually put that into like a solid plan. I mean, we're just talking right now. It's a bunch of talk. We'll see if we can back that up by next week. So, all right. So as far as UCC goes, one thing that I've been thinking about recently is just like, as far as branding goes, you guys probably saw we got the banner up now, so people can see when that is going to be, when we have office hours and the streams and stuff like that. Schedule is huge. We need people to know when that is. But I want to also have the schedule up on the stream somehow. So we'll have to figure out a way to get that into the stream so that, you know, while they're watching the stream, it says like, come to the office hours. Because I think that'd be really helpful. That actually get more people in to talk to us. And not that we're like lonely or anything, or like we need people to talk to. I mean, we have a lot of work to do as well. But we like to see you guys and grow the club. So we'll definitely do that. Yeah, I think that's about everything. We only got about a minute left. Haven't checked the comments here. I don't think anybody said anything. So, any last remarks from anybody? I think we touched on a lot of interesting things today. Looking at collaborations, channel growth, lots of good ideas thrown out there. We'll get to work on those goals that we were talking about there. We got a lot of work to do after the stream, go ahead and come on down and see us. We're in the second floor of the Modern Language Building in the ISS Media Center. We'll be in probably the Windows lab over here, just doing some work. So if you have any questions about your particular channel, if you want to learn some new software, come on down. We'll give you a hand with that stuff. We'll be here from 2 until about 3:30. Might even go to 4, but that's we'll definitely be here till 3:30. So yeah, so thank you all for tuning into the stream. We had a lot of fun today, a lot of good discussion going around, and we will see you back next week for another live stream on the UCC channel. This has been the Mastermind, and thank you for watching.
Bye.
Peace.